Hello and greetings. You're on to Austin again, and I'm reaching out to you from the broadcasting department of our Kringle Private Society. And if you're just tuning into my broadcast and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel, like my video if you haven't yet liked my video, and click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you get the notification. All right. Now that said, I know that you'll be looking at the title of my broadcast and you'll be wondering, what does this guy have to offer today? And concerning the title of his broadcast, well, one thing that I want to very, very well establish is that the Kringle Private Society is out for peace. We are not in any way out for division. We are not in any way out for violence. We are not in any way fighting. You know, we have a common enemy, and our common enemy, we all have established that it is the elites. And the elites are the people that are responsible for the evil going on across the world. Yesterday, I was watching a film. It's Hunger Games. I don't know if you've watched that film, Hunger Games. And that Hunger Games, I mean, it showed a typical reality of what the elites are doing to you and I. Humanity at large, that thing was an experiment. They gather groups of people together and they tell them to kill themselves. And then the winner is given a particular so-called reward and all that. Now, this kind of thing is not what we are in support of as members in our Kringle Private Society. So this is the first founding principle that I want to establish. Okay? Now, going forward, we are at the stage of life force, and the whole purpose of life force is to make sure that humanity gets properly organized and receives fundings. And as that is going on, we are also getting ourselves organized to set up our food subsidy centers across the world. If you look into the food subsidy app, you'll find out that we are getting more organized. The programmers are doing all they can to make sure that they arrange it in a very presentable manner. So we are moving forward. Now let's go into wildlife. When you look into wildlife, you'll find out that from Nigeria, Nat Geo Wild, I like that station. Now that particular station shows that even lions have enemies. Yeah, they call lions the king of the jungle. Hyenas. And hyenas are enemies to lions. Lions are enemies to hyenas. And they keep fighting each other from generations to generations. When a small cub is born and the lion is careless, a hyena, and it's actually the same thing that happens to the side of the hyena. So they are sworn enemies. And in the animal kingdoms, there is always a system called kill or be killed. But our system is introducing a whole new different paradigm, a whole new different concept that you don't need to kill each. You don't need to hate your brother before you can succeed. You can love your brother, carry him along in love and respect, and you will succeed in life. But there is something you should understand, because when we look at TBC community at large, we have a common goal, and our common goal is to eradicate poverty from the world system. That's a very huge, humongous task. But we are going to achieve it in our generation. And a generation is usually about, I think, 40 years. Now, from the scriptural point of view. So, and we have eradicated poverty on a global scale. In fact, I am overstretching it. We're looking at between now and 2025, we will achieve our global objective of eradicating poverty to the point where the number of jobs that Kringle Society will be able to provide will be more than the population that exists upon the face of the earth. The population on this earth is about 7.5 billion. So we're looking at having jobs that are over 5, 6, 7, or even 10 billion, so that people will not even have, I mean, the number of jobs available will outweigh the existing people. People will begin to select, I don't like this job. I prefer going for this job. I like this job. And you will be getting high pays. So we have a future that we want to create, and we are creating it by the day. But even though this is our goal, this is our heart cry, this is our heartbeat, we are still having enemies. Enemies are coming in from left, from right, telling us that we can't succeed in our endeavor. Now, those enemies are doing everything possible. Some of them are trolls, some of them are saying things, some of them are doing everything. They have understood how the structure of TBC is, and they know very well that you cannot corrupt the system from outside. You can try. They saw the system of Bitcoin, understood that this has what it takes to take out power, as long as you and I are concerned, even though the public yet do not know. But if you're in the Kringle society, you will be aware that Bitcoin has been compromised. The goal of eradicating poverty, even though Bitcoin is missile in the hands of a few, and that's compromised. And I don't like it. You don't like it. So they've looked at TBC and they found out that it's not possible for TBC to be compromised at any level from the outside. Listen to this content that I have to give, because they are very sensitive content. In our TBC community, nights and love and respect each other, we have failed. If we do not, if we do not love and respect each other, we have failed. In this TBC community, please, the enemy cannot destroy you from without. The enemy can destroy you from. Listen to me in the course of time. You are welcome. Please um, don't fail to respond or give your own positive feedback by giving me a like. Okay, I would really appreciate if you can do that. So going forward, you that is listening to me as a human being, it's impossible for your side, because you have already anticipated all of their moves, and you know very well that no matter how hard they try, they cannot succeed. But you as an individual can be conquered by your own weaknesses. You have your own weaknesses, you know your weaknesses, and you keep guarding against your weaknesses. You can ask God to take away those weaknesses, but God, in His infinite wisdom, says, no, you have to continue checkmating those weaknesses for the rest of your life. Great men of old from the Bible days had their weaknesses. The likes of Solomon, his undoing were women, and he allowed himself to be conquered by such. His father suffered the same fate. Even Moses, the great prophet, network is interrupting. I hope I'm being. I was saying, I said, please let's do our part to be fair to each other. In our TBC community, it's not possible for the elites to interfere with us from the outside. I mean, it's impossible for the elites to interfere with us from the outside. But the elites can interfere with us from the inside. Now, the only way that they can do that is when we allow ourselves to favor a path that is ungodly. Okay? Now, myself as an individual, my concern So sorry about this network. Network is just going back and forth. So let me continue from where I stopped. I was saying that myself as an individual, I do not have any intent of doing anything that is ungodly because I understand that the only thing that I have looked into, yes, I may not be so old, I may still be young, but I have looked at, I mean, I have understanding. God gave me understanding, and I have looked into systems. I have not seen any system that is as credible as TBC is. This is the whole truth. You and I already know that there is no other system. It's not Bitcoin. It is not central banks' digital currencies. Okay? So it's not possible for the elites to fight us from outside based on the way our system is designed or structured because we are in the distribution phase. And as the TBC communities continues to grow and gain more influence, Kringle coins becomes more resourceful and powerful and usable. And by the time we are in our economy phase, which is close to 1 billion, we would have seen that as a currency that people will use and then use it to help in making the world a better place. This is our goal. Other things are going to come in the course of time, just like the way Life Force has come in. And as Life Force is in now, Life Force is helping us to get properly organized. Life Force is helping us to categorize ourselves on leadership levels of the national, the regional, the state level, the local level, which is excellent, which is incredible, which is beautiful. I love it. Okay? And if you are a leader in the TBC community and in any way you are against our system, please have a second thought because it's not going to benefit you, neither is it going to benefit me. Okay? Yes, it's okay for people to grow and have what you call enemies, but do not be an enemy of a system. If you're an enemy of a system, then consider your ways. Think of what you are giving out. Is your energy positive or negative? If your energy is negative, then I think you should think a second time because TBC is all for peace. TBC is all for love. It's all for respect. It's all for unity. And anything that is contrary is off. Now, I'm about to conclude. I'm going to share my screen, say one or two things, and I'll conclude on that. Okay? And yesterday, before I share my screen, yesterday, I made a broadcast, and let me share my screen so that it will be seen, and then I would clear the air because at this point now, there is a whole lot of saga going on in our Kringle private society, possibly because of what I said on this broadcast. And I want to be sure that everything is now on a neutral base. I am not an ungodly person, and I don't intend being an ungodly person at any category. Please, I have support, and I love and respect all of my leaders from the top to the bottom. So anything that is contrary, I am not in support. Now, my screen is being shared. I would quickly move into the meeting we had, sorry, the broadcast I had yesterday under education. And it's actually loading. I've been logged out. Let me quickly log in. And Okay, so I've logged in. I may want to stop sharing my screen briefly for a purpose. Okay, so let me go back now to share my screen. All right, so share screen, and screen is now being shared. Now going back to this, and then quickly moving into new private blog. Now, when we come into this new private blog, this is the content that I gave yesterday. And I really do not know the offense that I made in this particular broadcast. And if you look at this broadcast, I was very, very clear. If you listen through the content of the broadcast, I said that leaders that, I mean, the present leaders of Nigeria. Now, when we are making broadcasts, we are not only concerned about TBC, okay? We are talking of Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is what I am talking of. Now, it's just coincidental that it was written compiling the list of leaders that will be in Life Force Nigeria. Now, being in Life Force Nigeria, compiling the leaders does not mean that what I was referring to yesterday when I was talking to leaders that are in Nigeria does not talk about TBC Nigerian leaders. Listen to the content of this broadcast properly. Because if you do not get this content very well, you have every tendency that you would misunderstand and misinterpret. The words that I said was leaders in Nigeria, and I did not say from the Federal Capital Territory. Neither did I say TBC. Listen to the content again. The administration was live, and for him to put it on this TBC blog does not mean he's creating any form of division. Please, this content is for the record. I am saying this so that people do not begin to incite any form of division in our Kringle private society. Please and please, let this be very clear. The content that was here was referring to the leaders. You know who these leaders are from the elite point of view. So I want you to understand this and understand it very, very clearly. Because some of you that think that I am actually saying things that are contrary, please, my concern of TBC is to build a better tomorrow, build a better Nigeria. I do not know who are the people that are going to watch these videos, but the administration said TBC is drama free and that leaders should organize themselves peacefully and make sure that we achieve our purpose of making the world a better place for all. Anything that is contrary, please, I am not in support of it. I want us to understand that whoever you are as a leader, humble yourself. It will not cost you anything to humble yourself and then work with leaders who are also God-given. I mean, God gave them that particular position to build a better world. I want you to understand this, that everything you are, whoever you are, was given to you by your Creator. You did not work for it. You did not merit it. If you are struggling to get any position, refer to the scriptures. During the time of David, now before Solomon came into the picture, there were so many people that were there. Now the likes of Ammon was there. Ammon did everything. The likes of who was the other person? The firstborn, I think the firstborn was Ammon. Then the other person that tried to plot against David, the person that made David run away, I'm trying to remember his name. Now, the person that was caught up on the tree, and then Joab killed him, the name has skipped my mind. There were so many leaders or so many people that were from David, and then they wanted to take over the throne, but it was given to Solomon from birth. And that was because God wanted it to be so. So I want you to understand that leadership is not what you have to struggle to get in our TBC community. You have to merit it. And if you merit that positions, then honorably step into that position and treat each other with love and respect. There is no superiority in the TBC community. We are all co-heirs. We are all co-equals. But there is a way you would earn respect by the way you carry yourself and by the way you handle administrative responsibilities. If you are not doing that, then there is every tendency that you are bringing the other side, which is hatred, which is division, which is fightings, and which is not in line with what we are doing. The elite principle is divide and conquer. That's the elite principle. Divide and conquer. They make money from chaos, but we are supposed to build in love and respect and organize the world to how it should be. And we should not do it by subduing the other, but we should do it in humility of heart, love, and respect. I believe this content I have given is very clear. Now, if after you have listened to this video and you choose to become an enemy, well, that's because I am building, I am growing, I am advancing. But it is not my will that you become an enemy. And I don't intend that anyone have become an enemy to me at any level. You should learn to love and respect. I am giving out the right information, nothing more, nothing less than the right information. So you can only agree with me to work together to make this a reality. And I hope you would understand this content, and I hope you will act accordingly. So do well to like my video if you haven't yet liked. Subscribe to my channel so that anytime I'm live, you get the notification. All right, we would want to conclude by talking about the assembly area. That's my conclusion. Now, on this assembly area, we are still working on it. And hopefully before the end of this week, the assembly area is going to be properly, furnished with the qualified leaders in our TBC community. And once that is done, then we move over to the next level. Okay? All right. So I will stop at this point. If you have anything to say, do well to comment on the comment section of our YouTube video. Thank you very much. All right. And I've spent a while. So sorry about the network that came in. And someone is actually making a contribution. And this person is Chipek. And he said, thanks, Doc. I don't know what it means by thanks, Doc. But I think he's actually showing an appreciation. And for the record, I'm not a doctor. I'm actually an engineer, but I don't know what he meant by thanks, Doc. But I know that this person has been watching my video and he really loves me as an individual. Yes, and he may have been a troll, but he is not a troll anymore. He is actually someone that is at the forefront of our system because he enjoys all of my broadcasts. I'm speaking in esoteric language. Don't mind me. But those who have insight will understand what I'm saying. All right, so I'll be coming live again, most likely tomorrow. So thank you very much. Do well to like, share, subscribe to this channel. And I'll keep you in view as we progress. TBC is one. We are not divided. There are enemies without. We are not supposed to fight ourselves. We are supposed to overtake how the system is doing things in division. But we are united in love and respect. And if we create enemies from within, we will destroy ourselves. I will end with the words of Jesus. When a particular person was casting out devil in the name of Jesus. Now, I think Peter came to Jesus and said, there are some people casting out demons in your name. Jesus said, leave them, let them continue doing what they are doing. If they are not against us, then they are for us. Please, let us unite in love and respect so that we can push TBC to where we're supposed to get to. I think I'll stop at this point. And this, my beloved brother says, well done. That means the broadcast was reasonable. So thank you so much. I am highly elated for you to have commended commended my broadcast. So cheers till I come your way again, most likely tomorrow. God bless you. Bye for now.